With Divine's grace and Guru's grace only, I am continuing my spiritual journey. In today's recording also, we will continue to see little more about Brahma Sutra. We have all heard about Brahmakumari's satsangs and their head office at Mount Abu. We have also heard Brahmalokam. We have heard Brahma Loka. But what is this Brahma Sutra? That will be there in everybody's mind because this is a text which is supposed to be discussed only with advanced spiritual seekers. For the first time, when I heard this Brahma Sutra being referred in one of the discourses, I got very curious to know because it was for the first time I heard and there was no time for him to go further into this topic. It was a casual utterance of this word. That was a time when there was no mobile and no YouTube and all that. We had to depend only on television programs. In all the Bhakti channels, in all many languages, I started looking for this explanation, but I could not find it. It was only through my Gurukulam I happened to get some knowledge about Brahma Sutra, and after submitting my gratitude to my Gurukulam and to my Acharyas, I am sharing some information about Brahma Sutra. What is Brahma Sutra? Why Brahma Sutra should be read or why it should be understood? Brahma Sutras seek to synthesize and organize the concepts found in Upanishads. Brahma Sutra consists of 4 chapters. Each chapter is divided into 4 sections each. Sri Vyasa, also known as Badarayana or Krishna Dvaipayana, he was also the Guru of Jaimini. It was because of him we got this text, and many Acharyas have written commentary on this Brahma Sutra. Adi Shankara, Sri Ramanuja, Sri Vallabhacharya, and the list has some more names. We will be surprised to know that one Appaya Dikshitar had put his commentary on the commentary of Adi Shankara. The person who was giving discourse mentioned that whatever doubts people are getting today in spirituality, every little doubt was raised and then Brahma Sutra tries to answer most of the doubts which raise in the minds of spiritual seekers. That is the reason why this Brahma Sutra is supposed to be read along with Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. All the 3 of them together, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and Brahma Sutra, they are called Prasthana Trayam or Prasthana Trayi. While Upanishads are known as Shruti Prasthana, Bhagavad Gita is known as Smriti Prasthana, Brahma Sutra is known as Nyaya Prasthana. Let us understand some concepts to give us clarity. The identification of our body with the pure Atman is a root cause for human sufferings and miseries. We all identify with the body and say, I am fair, I am dark, I am fat, etc. I am this and that, etc. Identifying with our jobs. I am a doctor, I am an IT professional. So that I is based again in our professions. Then what about my identification with my senses? I am deaf, I am blind. How many types of identifications we are having? My identity with mind. I know only this much or I know everything. And I know nothing. I am such an angry person. I am a person with disease. That I, on which we have given so many identities. First, we see the list and then we try to understand the entire object of the Brahma Sutra is to break this identity, or I should say to remove this wrong identification of the soul with the body, mind, which is the root cause of suffering caused by ignorance. Because of ignorance of our true nature, we are identifying ourselves with our body, mind, etc. Because of ignorance of our true identity, we suffer. Brahma Sutra comes as a rescuer. I should say it rescues, it helps us to attain the knowledge of Brahman. Brahman is the cause of this world, and knowledge of Brahman alone leads to moksha, or the final emancipation, which is the goal of life. All the commentators agree that Brahman can be understood only through scriptures. We already talked about Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and Brahma Sutras. So, through these scriptures only, we can get the knowledge of our true nature and not through mere reasoning. What is there to know? There is only one absolute Brahman who is Sachidananda. This world is unreal. Brahman is the only reality. Out of ignorance, we are identifying with our body, mind, etc. etc. When this ignorance is removed, the individual soul's identical with Brahman is realized. Soul is identical, individual soul is identical with Brahman. That is what is realized through the scriptures, and Brahma Sutra is talking about that. Knowledge of Nirguna Brahman is the only means of liberation. We will continue our discussion knowing as to how many sutras are there. We already talked that Brahma Sutra has 555 sutras. Out of them, 4 are being offered by the acharyas. If anybody is interested, they can learn the entire Brahma Sutra. And today, with the help of YouTube, one can log on to some of the well explained commentaries about Brahma Sutra through some of the acharyas from various gurukulams. After offering our gratitude to Sri Vyasa, son of Parasara, who had written Puranas and who was instrumental in dividing the Vedas, and he gave the great text to the world, which is Brahma Sutra. So, I request our listeners to go through this again and again to get little glimpse of this text, and we will continue with some more concepts in the coming episodes.